Pedro Pascal is having a full blown massive meltdown once again, and this time it's all because J.K. Rowling told the truth. Now, Pedro Pascal can't handle that J.K. Rowling stood up for biological women, and now Pedro Pascal is spiraling into a massive meltdown, all because J.K. Rowling isn't backing down. Now, this actor right here just got read by reality, and J.K. Rowling's response are calm and confident, and it's also absolutely savage. Now, let's go ahead and get this straight. J.K. Rowling, one of the most successful writers of all time, just celebrated a court ruling in favor of women's rights that happened earlier this week. Not radical, not controversial, just, the UK Supreme Court stating facts that had to step in and clarify what any sane person already knows. But because this goes against the woke religion of Hollywood and worldwide, Pedro Pascal can't handle it. He can't take it. He just gets destroyed by reality, and instead of just reflecting, he throws it a fit online. Now, J.K. Rowling being right drives them insane, and Pedro's meltdown just proves he has no grip on reality anymore. Now, this man is having a full blown nightmare in real time. You see, Pedro Pascal isn't even trying to hide it. His entire worldview is collapsing because J.K. Rowling refuses to back down. Now, J.K. Rowling has stood her ground for years, especially on the issue of men invading women's spaces. And now, after the UK Supreme Court backs her up, I mean, the meltdown from Pedro Pascal is so over the top. You think that someone had actually burned down his house? Nah, all she did was just tweet a victory message, and suddenly Pedro acts like it's the end of the world and everything. And here's the post in question on X where she says, "I love it when the plan comes together." The absolute state of Hollywood right now is sad, and these actors are so insulated, so wrapped up in their echo chambers that one court decision in a different country like the UK sends them spiraling. Pedro Pascal is literally foaming at the mouth on Instagram and everything, where instead of just celebrating women's rights, he calls J.K. Rowling disgusting, calls her a heinous loser. Meanwhile, the rest of us are like, yeah, she's just telling the truth. It's not that deep, but to Pedro, I mean, it's basically a five-alarm fire. Now, the irony is painful. You see, Pedro Pascal, a man is losing his mind, is because a woman doesn't want men in women's sports. I mean, simply put, J.K. Rowling has been consistent. She's not attacking anyone. She's simply just calling for anyone's right. She's not to call for anyone's right to be taken. She just believes women deserve their own spaces, their own categories, their own protections. And for that, she gets smeared by Hollywood's most fragile egos. I mean, this meltdown proves that Pedro Pascal isn't standing up for anyone. He's just simply screaming into the void because this really hurts his feelings. Okay. And that's straight up. But J.K. Rowling, meanwhile, she is definitely winning. You see, she's winning in the courts and she's also winning in the cultural war itself. Now, the UK Supreme Court did make a ruling that was a huge victory for biological women. And all Pedro Pascal can do is just simply cry about it online. Now, that's the level of insanity that we're dealing with here, excuse me, a grown man, a Disney actor losing his composure because J.K. Rowling wouldn't bow to his twisted version of inclusion. Now, this guy with millions of dollars, lead roles in mega franchises, and he still act like a victim. And of course, here comes the rest of the usual suspects. Some of the, woke freelancers who for IGN also join the circus and demands that everyone boycott, J.K. Rowling's entire franchise. These people actually think yelling on Instagram is going to bankrupt J.K. Rowling. Spoiler alert, it's not. You see, Harry Potter is definitely bulletproof. Now, the theme parks are packed, the books are still selling, the merch still flies off the shelves. Meanwhile, Pedro Pascal and his friends actually think that hashtags are going to go ahead and take her down. Delusion doesn't even begin to cover it, okay? You see, Pedro Pascal just keeps doubling down, saying like all for disgusting mess is what he called J.K. Rowling's comments as y'all seen it. Also saying that she's a has heinous loser behavior. And this is just full blown emotional instability right here. If anyone's being a loser here, it's Pedro. You see, he doesn't understand that the tide is turning. Regular people are waking up as well. And they're also done pretending that men can be women just because they feel like it. Now, they're done watching celebrities have public meltdowns over basic biology, and they're definitely done with actors who actually insult J.K. Rowling for actually defending her views, okay? And a lot of people share that particular sympathy on same thing on any kind of type. But this isn't just a bad take from Pedro Pascal. This is who he is. He's proven it over and over. Whenever something challenges the woke script, he explodes. He gets destroyed by facts and lashes out at anyone who disagrees. And it's getting known at this point. People are tired of it. They want their actors to shut up and act, not lecture them from Instagram or any other social media outlet like there's some kind of moral authority. Now, Pedro Pascal isn't a hero. He's a cautionary tale for what happens when Hollywood loses its grip on reality. Now, the massive meltdown is so public that, and dramatic that it's hard not to laugh. And Pedro Pascal is going on like J.K. Rowling just dropped a nuke on his front lawn. All she did was just say that women should be protected under the law and that truth matters. But Pedro, that's violence to him. That's hate. That's villainy. That's what he calls Voldemort villain crap. Seriously, J.K. Rowling is all of a sudden Voldemort now. That's what these people actually believe. The truth equals evil to them. Science equals hate. Sanity equals bigotry. Now, J.K. Rowling's only crime is just simply standing up for reality. She's never caved to the mob, and now the courts are starting to back her up. That's why Pedro Pascal is panicking, because if one ruling like this can happen in the UK, what's stopping other countries from following suit? Now, the nightmare scenario for the woke elite is unfolding, and it's beautiful at this point. They can't control the narrative anymore. They can't cancel anyone who actually dares to say that men aren't women, and they're freaking out about it, okay? And that right there is a massive coup too. Now, let's be honest here. We all know this from the beginning. Hollywood is filled with actors like Pedro Pascal, out of touch, self-righteous, and completely unaware of how insane they sound to regular people. Now, when they see someone like J.K. Rowling stand firm, they lose their minds. They can't handle someone who refuses to apologize. That's why Pedro is triggered right now. You see, he can't control her. He can't shame her. He can't counsel her. So he just simply screams into the void and hopes someone will listen. But most of us, at this point, we're just simply laughing. And the funniest part, these boycotts never work. You see, the IGN writer said, don't watch the show, don't buy the books, don't go to Universal. Yeah, best wishes with that. You see, J.K. Rowling and her brand is still ranking in the billions. You see, she could retire tomorrow and still be wealthier than every activist combined. While on the other hand, Disney's Fantastic Four movie has Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, and that's going to be a whole other fiasco when audiences realize who this guy really is. But yeah, let's be real. The only thing that's getting destroyed here is Pedro Pascal's reputation. He could have just, simply stayed quiet, but no, he had to go ahead and insult a woman for defending women. He had to call J.K. Rowling disgusting for having common sense. And now, millions of people see him for what he really is. Not a hero, not a role model, just another insufferable woke Hollywood actor who lives in a fantasy world where truth is hate and feelings are law. Yet Pedro Pascal thinks he's on the right side of history. You see, that's the scariest part right there. He genuinely believes that he is fighting the good fight. But let's be real. All he's doing is just simply exposing the right in Hollywood, the same industry that actually promotes men in dresses, dominating women's sports, the same industry that actually cancels people for saying that 2 + 2 = 4, and Pedro Pascal is a symptom of a much bigger problem, and he's proud of it. That's why this massive meltdown over J.K. Rowling mattered. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification. If you enjoyed what was shared in this video, smash the like button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, peace.